Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So this week I have these gorgeous stickers that I got off of Etsy, and I also have used them for my April monthly, so I've already picked through a few. I also made some boxes. I will link down below to the images from Etsy. And I debated about whether or not I wanted to go with the traditional vertical for this week or if I wanted to go with the horizontal. Both of these I purchased from Squared Plans off of Etsy. Again, I will link her shop down below, but I couldn't decide which way I wanted to go because this is a vacation spread, and really I just want a place to write down the things that we did throughout the week. I don't normally keep my planner as a memory tracker or anything like that, but until I get photos printed and all of this scrapbooked, it will be nice to have it written down somewhere. I did decide to go with the horizontal layout just because I've not used it before for a weekly spread. And like I mentioned, it is just for documenting the things that we do on our trip. So if we go mini golfing or we go kayaking and we see an alligator or, any of the things that we do, I can note those down and match them up with pictures. So when I go to put my scrapbooks together later, I will have all that information in front of me. And I'm trying to get better about scrapbooking the things that are currently happening, as well as then filling in some of the older things. But I feel like at this point, there's not going to be any catching up. But if I get those memories that are in my head down now, it'll be much easier to actually put that scrapbook page together. And that really goes for any type of journaling or memory keeping. But I think my plan is to just alternate back and forth the images. So on Monday, if I put it on the left, then Tuesday I'll put it on the right, Wednesday I'll put it on the left, Thursday I'll put it on the right, and I'll just alternate back and forth. I do want to put the suitcase on Monday since that is a travel day for us, and I don't like things to float, although they will float a little bit more, I think, on this spread than I normally do, because I don't want to put washi tape everywhere. And there isn't necessarily a bottom to the whole spread like there is on a vertical. So it's a little different from what I'm used to using. I definitely want to use these days of the week stickers though. I really like them. I actually wish that I had another sticker for that this week area. Then I could journal a little bit more just about the week in general. But as of right now, we have no set plans for any day except for possibly Sunday. I think we have brunch plans, but my brothers made those and I just am going to go along with the flow that day. But we don't have any specific plans for any specific days. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Probably should look at that before I pack. But I really am just doing a decorative spread. And this came together in about a half an hour, which is just unheard of for me. I normally take about an hour because I do start to actually plan my week during these videos. But this week it was really just decorate the page, leave room for the things that I want to include, and to call it a day. So I'm just enjoying playing with the stickers and the washi tape. I will say that the stickers are from a new shop or new to me, and I really liked them. The only difference is they actually are all separate images, and so you have to resize them for what you need. They don't already come set on a sheet where you just print them out. They are not designed specifically for planners. However, I will also say that if you wanted them in a bigger format, say you were printing out a divider or something along those lines, these are high enough quality where you can do that. And I don't mind taking the time to do that, partially because I do that even with the stickers that come on sticker sheets that you print out and use your Cricut or your Silhouette to cut. I like to size them according to what I want. So I didn't mind going in and sizing these. I will also say that it takes a while to figure out sizing when you're on your computer. I'm not always sizing things the way that I would like them to. Sometimes they come out a little too big still, and I have to do it again. But as long as you're willing to do a little trial and error, I think it's worth it to be able to resize the images to the size that you want them. And if you haven't heard me rave about the Slice Precision Cutter that is in my hand right now, I love this tool. I had another X-Acto knife-like tool that I loved because it was just easy to hold. It was a little bit fatter than most, but it easily cut through my pages, and that was bothersome. It was hard to adjust the pressure to cut through a sticker or cut through washi tape without cutting through the actual page of the planner. So this Slice Precision Cutter is really the answer to all the issues that I was having when it came to cutting things when they were already laid down on the page. You don't necessarily even need a straight edge. Somehow I can cut freehand around an image. I can cut a straight line freehand. Like right here, it's very easy to make it cut straight. But when I was cutting around the shells at the bottom, it was also very easy to cut in a curved manner. So I'm not sure what technology that is, but I really, really like the Slice Precision Cutter. And if I recall correctly, it is not very expensive. So definitely a tool that I love having in my arsenal. I have also been using my tweezers a lot more. I have found that I like the straight tweezers more than the one with the curve. I do have both types, but I usually grab for the straight ones and not the ones that have the curve on the end. I feel like I'm at a loss of words this week. I don't really have plans to talk about. I don't really have functional advice to give you when I'm looking at the spread. If you didn't have a ton of tasks or multiple groupings of tasks like I do for work, for home, and for my passion project, which is this YouTube channel, if I didn't have all that, if this was maybe when I was single, this would still have plenty of room for me to write all my plans, even with the decorative items on it. So I'm a big proponent of you have to do what works for you in your stage of life. So if you're looking at this thinking, why doesn't she do this every week? This would work for just my weekly layout. Then go ahead and give it a shot. See if it is enough area for you to write in your plans, or if you want to use it as a memory planner. I don't have the time to have multiple planners, which is why I keep everything in one area. But if you feel like you need multiple planners to write down everything you need to write down, and this is something that you want to try for just memory keeping or journaling or your faith area, I do really like this layout. It just isn't enough for me for my normal weekly spread. But boy, is it fun decorating this spread. It would be nice if occasionally I could use something like this. So on the weeks where maybe I know that I don't have a lot going on, maybe I will pull the spread back out. Or if I know that there is a lot going on, but I need to make notes about journaling topics so that I can go back and add those things to my scrapbooks, then maybe I will pull these out again. But I definitely like the quality of this layout. Again, this is from Squared Plans. I really like all of her layouts and the options that she gives. And I like her also because almost everything that she sells, maybe even everything she sells, has the option of a Monday start. So even the monthly pages have a Monday start, which I really appreciate. So I'm about done putting stickers down for the spread. I will mention that I have over 200 rolls of washi tape, and you would think that I would have a washi tape that kind of looked like sand, and I don't. I don't even have the right color for it to look like sand, let alone something with the texture. So you can have an endless amount of washi tape rolls and not have the one thing that you quote unquote need. So I would stick with the basics. If you don't want to have 200 rolls of washi tape, then stick to those basic items. So those things for me are the grids. I like solid thinner washi tape, and I like some like black and white stripes and some other black and white options. Those are what I go towards most often. I just used these because they looked kind of like bubbles, I thought. So that's why I went with this. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but I do think that it adds just enough color to the spread that it's not boring. But I would have loved to at least be able to overlap it with some sandy type of washi tape. I am going to drop in a few quotes before I call the spread done. The one just says, "The vacation we need is freedom from our own mind." That's the one I put on Tuesday. And then the one that I put on the bottom of the right side says, "There should be sympathy cards for having to go back to work after vacation." And then the one that I put on Saturday just says, "Life is better in flip-flops." And really, I could stop here and it would be fine, but since I have more stickers, I'm just going to drop them in around the page wherever they fit. I feel like even if I kept these and did not use them, I would still have to print more off to make a complete spread. And I'm also not planning on going back to the beach probably until next year. So I'm not sure if I'll keep the extra stickers in my book of sticker sheets or not. I'll have to decide once I'm done and see how many I have left overall. I feel like there might not be enough to justify keeping them in the book. Plus, I'll have to remember that I have some in the book and that I can print them. So maybe I'll put a note on it if I do put it in the sticker book. But that's something I haven't quite figured out is how to keep a good organizational system for my digital stickers. I don't really want to print them out because even if I printed them out as stickers, they may not be the size that I'm looking for at that time. So I like to have the option of printing on demand. It's just a matter of remembering what I actually have. And right now I can kind of just flip through the directory of stickers and know like, oh, I don't want that. That's a Christmas sticker. I don't want this. It's too fallish. But the more that I get, the harder that's going to be to remember what is what. So just something I'm going to have to think about as my collection of digital stickers grows. But now I'm going to go ahead and finish this faith area. I do plan on taking this on my trip with me, even though I'm not planning on taking my entire planner. I would hate to lose my planner. I feel like there's too much information in it, and then it would be a pain to recreate. So I will probably leave the entire planner at home and just pull the pages out that I need to have with me. And then I will have a different notebook that I take instead with that and some blank sheets and maybe some other projects from other notebooks that I'm working on. I am working through a few masterclass type things as well as some professional development for work if I decide to take that, but almost all of it is punched and in a disc bound notebook. So at least it's easy to pull things from different notebooks and put them in one notebook so I'm not carrying multiple notebooks or taking my important information with me on a trip. And outside of flying time and sitting in the airport, I do not plan on doing much work on my vacation. I actually need a real vacation with real downtime, and I'm not even taking my work computer with me. I know that I am just craving an actual full vacation where I'm not doing anything. A lot of times when I take trips, I do work sometimes, I work on my passion projects sometimes, but really I just want to enjoy the adventures with my family and spend some time reading. But this is my planner spread for this week. I hope that everyone has a great end of their March, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!